Okay, so now we're going to go into chapter 7. Okay, chapter 7, but only the beginning part. Okay, next week when we continue our class, we'll finish up chapter 7. But today I want to look at two miracles. Miracles are always fun to look at. Okay, so we're going to start with chapter 7, verses 1 to 10. And then we're going to go into chapter 8, verses 40 to 42. And then continuing with 49 to 56. Okay, these two different miracles, but they're not that different after you look at it. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to ask everybody, how many of us here now? Okay, there's 8 of us. So we're going to ask, I'm going to ask everybody to read 8 verses. 8 verses, sorry. I'm going to ask everybody to read the same thing, 4 verses, starting with Christina, because Anna and Jasmine have left. So we're going to start with Christina, and then Eugene, Jericho, Nigel, Noel, Spencer, and Tristan. Okay, I'm following the list in my list. Okay, so Christina, we're going to start with you, the first 4 verses in chapter 7. Okay, then Eugene, you're next.
Okay. When Jesus had finished saying all these things to the people, he went to Capernaum. A Roman officer there had a servant who was very dear to him. The man was sick and about to die. When the officer heard about Jesus, he sent some Jewish elders to ask him to come and heal his servant. They came to Jesus and begged him earnestly, "This man really deserves your help."
Verse 5. Sorry, Eugene. Thank you, Christina.
Wait, what are verse 5 right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He loves our people and he himself built a synagogue for us. Right? Yeah.
4 verses, Eugene.
Oh, okay, wait.
Hello.
So Jesus went with them. He was not far from the house when the officer sent friends to tell him, "Sir, don't trouble yourself. I do not deserve to have you come into my house. Neither do I consider myself worthy to come to you in person. Just give the order and my servant will get well. I too am a man placed under the authority of superior officers, and I have soldiers under me. I ordered this one, go, and he goes. I ordered that one, come, and he comes. And I order my slave, do this, and he does it."
Okay, thank you. Jericho, just the last 2 verses, 9 and 10.
Jesus was surprised when he heard this. He turned around and said to the crowd following him, "I tell you, I have never found faith like this, not even in Israel." The messengers went back to the officer's house and found his servant well.
Okay, so that's the first miracle which you're going to compare, the miracle of the healing of the Roman officer's servant. Okay, the second miracle is found in chapter 8. Okay, so we're going to look at chapter 8, and we're going to start with verse 40 to 42. Nigel, I'm going to ask you to read that first. And then after Nigel has read 40 to 42, then Noel, you start reading from 49, and then 4 verses, and then Spencer, you read the remaining. And then I'll ask Tristan to do something else later. Okay, go ahead, Nigel.
Hello. Okay. When Jesus returned to the other side of the lake, the people welcomed him because they had all been waiting for him. Then a man named Jairus arrived. He was an official in the local synagogue. He threw himself down at Jesus' feet and begged him to go to his house because his only daughter, who was 12 years old, was dying.
Okay.
As Jesus,
Sorry, continue.
As Jesus went along, the people were crowding him from every side.
Okay. So that's the context, okay, of what happened. And then, of course, in the middle, there's another miracle which we're not going to touch today. We're going to continue with verse 49, Noel.
While Jesus was saying this, a messenger came from the official's house. "Your daughter has died," he told Jairus. "Don't bother the teacher any longer." But Jesus heard it and said to Jairus, "Don't be afraid, only believe, and she will be well." When he arrived at the house, he would not let anyone go in with him except Peter, John, and James. and the child's father and mother. Everyone there was crying and mourning for the child. Jesus said, "Don't cry. The child is not dead. She is only sleeping."
Okay, Frenza, the remaining.
They all made fun of him because they knew that she was dead. But Jesus took her by the hand and called out, "Get up, child." Her life returned, and she got up at once. And Jesus ordered them to give her something to eat. Her parents were astounded, but Jesus commanded them not to tell anyone what had happened.
Okay, so we're looking at these two miracles for today, and if I can find the hold on, let me see if I can find the PowerPoint that I want to use. This one. Okay, yes, this is the PowerPoint I want to use. Hold on. Okay, so in chapter 7, okay, chapter 7, we're still in Galilee, okay, and we are supposing that there are 4 sections in this one, but we're only going to look at one, okay. He was the Roman officer servant, and just to give you this one, so we know that Jesus is around Capernaum, okay. He's been around Capernaum for some time. This is the era or the negri, okay, of Galilee, okay, where Capernaum, Cana, Nazareth, and Bethsaida on the other side, and then find that Jesus is there. Okay, so is in this context okay, we're going to do a comparison of these miracles. Now we have done a comparison of miracles before, okay, and in the previous comparison of miracles, I'm the one that give you the the points to compare. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to break you up into 2 rooms. Yay, it's breakout room again. Okay, I'm going to break you up into 2 rooms. Okay, 2
Yay.
rooms. Okay, Noel and I are going to be exempted from this lah. Okay, I want the people who are still having SPM this year, supposedly, to to do this comparison. Okay, comparison is very simple. You can use an I think format if you want. Okay, but I want to know what are the similarities between the 2 miracles and the differences. Okay, in as many aspects as you can think of. Okay, the similarities and the differences between the 2 miracles. Okay, and then of course, again, the main lesson behind each miracle. Okay, so the breakout rooms are going to be very simple. I'm going to put Tristan, Eugene, and Christina in one group. Sorry, in one room. Okay, and then Nigel, Sprenza, and Jericho. Okay, I'm going to put in the other room. Okay, so Eugene, Christina. Okay, and Tristan. Okay, in one room, and then the other room will be Nigel, Jericho, and Sprenza. Then Noel, we can go for a cup of coffee or anything. Okay, so I'm going to give you only 20 minutes to figure out these similarities and differences. So please don't waste time. Don't talk nonsense, please. Okay, and we'll see. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back from your breakout room. So I hope that you have your comparisons ready. Okay, and then we'll see how it goes from there lah. Okay, so which group wants to start first? Breakout room 1 or
Wait, sir, how do we show our?
Share screen.
You either share screen.
Oh, but okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I either share screen or what?
You either share screen if you've done. I mean, if you have it on the screen, you share screen with us, or you can just if you put it on a piece of paper, you can just put it like okay, here it is, like that.
Oh my! I have to hold my. Okay.
Yep. Como you guys got us.
You lah.
Okay,
Us.
let's start with breakout room 2 first lah. Jericho's group.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, Ija sama Jericho. Kau yang cakap.
Who has the this one? Are you sharing screen?
Saya. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, Ija. Okay.
Dulu lah, okay. So, ini dia punya differences. Yang sudah kasih bagi-bagi dia punya aspek. So, the first ialah dia punya verse. Macam kamu tahu lah, dekat yang Jesus heals a Roman officer's servant, dekat chapter 7 verse 1 to 10. Jesus raises Jairus' daughter to life, dekat chapter 8 verse 40 to 42, and then 49 to 56. Dia punya people yang terlibat, people ni dia punya orang yang
Mati.
mau bukan, mau minta kasih heal. Dekat chapter 7 Roman officer punya servant. Dekat chapter 8 si Jairus punya anak perempuan, Jairus' daughter. Place dekat chapter 7 tu far from his home, which is kena cakap dekat sini di Capernaum. Kalau chapter 8 dekat Jairus punya rumah. Yes, that's right. Saya kasih habis kan nih differences.
Jericho?
Siapa lagi? Oh,
Ya,
Ya.
kau
Yes.
lagi kah?
oh ya, saya
Ya,
lagi.
kau lagi.
Oke. Dia punya differences lagi. What did they say to Jesus? Yang Roman official tuh dong cakap lah yang dia kena wakil oleh Jewish elders. Dan to Jewish elders bilang yang to this man is really deserve your help. He loves our people and he himself built a synagogue for us. Dan yang Luke 8 tuh dia punya differences tuh itu si Jairus yang pergi jumpa sendiri sama Jesus and then dia back sama Jesus threw himself down to Jesus.
Betul.
Oke. Next dia punya result yang the Roman officer tuh the messenger went back to the officer's house and found his servant well. Dan yang Luke 8 tuh dia punya daughter hidup balik lah.
Ya, betul.
Betul.
Okay,
Next.
similarities.
Kau lebih.
Kau lah, saya lah. Okay. Only have two. So both have high social status. The Roman officer and Jairus. And number two is Jesus' response was about faith. And as you can see in the verse, ada apa tuh? Mana tuh? Yalah, if you kan ada kena baca. So their response about faith, I have in chapter 7, I tell you, I have never found faith like this, not even in Israel. Kalau dalam chapter 8, Ija mana? Dalam chapter 8, nggak tahu.
Verse 50.
But Jesus heard it and said to Jairus, don't be afraid, only believe, and she will be well. Have faith in him. And number 3 is for us, Allah, Jesus love them and us. Amen. Okay. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, all right. I think it's a very good comparison. Let's hear from the second group, which is Christina, Tristan, and Eugene's group.
Okay. Wait. Can I flip my camera on? Holy.
Oh, you want to do this? Okay, I'm going to spotlight your video.
Okay. Nice. Can see, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So, wait, I say a what, guys? Okay.
Yeah, you.
Okay, so the similarities is that they were both made well, but there's a twist, So the difference between them being made well is that the Jairus daughter is like resurrected because she died, right? And the servant, in the other hand, she was healed. He or she? Well, they were healed They were healed because they were never pronounced dead. Yeah. And the second similarity is that the elders who were sent by the Roman officer begged Jesus, and Jairus also begged Jesus. So they both begged. Okay. So the next difference is that officer one, Jesus did not enter the house because like the Roman officer said, "Oh, I'm not worthy," or what, right? While Jairus' daughter, he entered Jairus' home, right, to heal the daughter, right? Yeah. The next difference is that uh, the Roman officer in chapter 7, he sent Jewish elders and also friends to find Jesus instead of going to Jesus himself, while Jairus went to Jesus himself. Yeah. And the last one is the Roman officer in chapter 7 is humble and had faith, while the when Jesus went to Jairus' home, right, and the people made fun of him because they knew that the daughter was dead and they doubted Jesus.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Okay, thank you. Check your paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, so thanks everyone for your very, very good comparisons. I'm going to ask Noel if he has any input. Noel, do you have anything to say about the comparison?
Okay. One fundamental question I want to ask everyone when you're doing this is, why was Jesus' response different? Very straightforward. Why was Jesus' response different?
In both.
So it
You don't
responds
have to
like what?
answer, but you can let that sink in for a while. Why was Jesus' response different?
In both cases.
Response where?
Yeah.
Like after
In both
the
cases.
incident or?
Okay. So I'm just going to say this. Yes, why was Jesus' response different? Why did he respond differently? I want just to make it clear. In Romans officer 7, his response was where is it? Okay. I tell you, I have never found faith like this, not even in Israel. Why was his response different compared to the one in chapter 8? He says, where is it? Where can I find it? Where's the widow's one?
No, not
Sorry,
the verse 52.
Oh, 52. 52.
Or 50 or 52 lah.
The one, the child is, no, the one, okay. Why was he response in the sick woman there when the people okay, he told Jairus, don't be afraid, only believe and she will be well. So in chapter 7, obviously Jesus is saying that, wow, he had never found anything like this. But in chapter 8, he says, you have to believe. So why was it different?
Okay, it's a good question. It's a very good question. Anything else, Noel?
Not other than that, I think what they say is mostly accurate, correct. Yeah, from the people to how the healing was done. Yes, and also what did they respond to Jesus. But I really want to for me, I would really want to know why was Jesus' response very different. Because both of them are healing, which I understand, but why was it different?
Actually, both of them are not healing. One is healing and the other one is
Resurrection.
Yeah,
Something like resurrection back to the dead.
Okay, thanks, Noel. I think that's a very good question for us to consider, and this will be our thought assignment for this class lah. Okay, I actually want to leave this session hanging a little bit. Okay, so our next class which is on Wednesday. Next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Next Wednesday at 2 p.m. is our next class, and we are going to consider this question. I think it's a good question for all of us to consider. Okay, why was Jesus' response to both situations, okay, very fundamentally different? Okay, I think it's a good question for us to consider. I want you to consider this for the next few days, and then when we meet again on Wednesday, let's talk about this answer lah. I will give all my comments about the comparisons that you did in the next lesson. Okay, but I really want to say that I think you guys did a very good job. Okay, having only 20 minutes, but um, we're going to really end this comparison part, okay, in the next lesson, and then I will finish up chapter 7 in the next lesson. Okay, so thanks everyone for coming today. Let's end our session with a word of prayer. Okay, and then I will call it a day for today.